There are a couple bankruptcies that we see, Chapter 7 and Chapter 13. I'm going to describe really quickly what the difference is and then where that lands you in regards to financing. Chapter 7 bankruptcy is the one that you walk away from all of your debt. You show the creditors that you owe to the courts. They look at everything in your asset list and all of that, and they find out like, hey, you're going to be free of all this debt. Sorry, creditors, you're just going to have to write it off as a loss. And that just wipes out the debt. Then the Chapter 13 is the one that actually helps you restructure your debt, protects you under the bankruptcy laws, and then you actually pay those payments back to the creditors, however the court gets that set up. There's usually a trustee involved babysitting everything that you do. One of the biggest misunderstandings is being able to purchase a home after you've filed a bankruptcy. We have programs, the most ideal programs allow a bankruptcy to be discharged for over 2 years. That's going to pick up your FHA financing, your VA financing if you're a veteran, and then USDA, which is the rural development if you're going into a rural area. 2 years from a Chapter 7 bankruptcy discharge is definitely what we hope for. Conventional requires 4 years. Definitely need to clean up credit if we want to do a conventional loan after a bankruptcy, because your credit scores take a huge hit when you do a bankruptcy. But let's talk about Chapter 13 just a little bit. Chapter 13, being in a payment arrangement and actually in an open Chapter 13 bankruptcy, is a very big misunderstanding for people. People think that they cannot finance a home in the time that they are in a Chapter 13 bankruptcy, and that's just not accurate. We do have to work directly with the trustee. The trustee will review all the documents that we have for payments and what the new mortgage is going to look like and how much it's going to be, and make sure that it is not going to put you in a poor financial situation. And then we also have to prove that you've made at least 12 months of payments on time for that Chapter 13 bankruptcy. And it doesn't matter what happened to you. At month 9 in that window, if for some reason your child broke his leg and you couldn't work and so you got behind on your payments, nobody cares. You have to make those payments on time. You cannot talk your way out of making those payments on time, or you just have to wait until you get a new 12-month window. So it's very critical, if you do choose to get into a Chapter 13 bankruptcy, that you do not miss those payments at all. Work with your trustee. Some of them are kind of grumpy. I've talked to quite a few trustees in my years, and it's kind of a goal of mine to talk to one to see if I can actually get them to laugh at a joke or even say that they're doing good that day if you ask them how they're doing. But I do know this. Their job is to have your best interest in mind and set you up for financial success. If you do enter into a Chapter 13 bankruptcy, it's super critical to make sure you make your monthly payments on time. Definitely don't miss any, no matter what. Just always make them on time, and don't be so discouraged. Bankruptcies are not a good thing in my eyes. They're definitely not something that's wonderful, but they're recoverable. For good people have bad things happen to them. It's just the reality of life. There are accidents, there are death of loved ones, there are death of wage earners, there is strokes, heart attacks. There's just a lot. There's a lot. And if we're financially responsible, you're not exempt from a bankruptcy. Sometimes things just get out of hand. And a big one is if you lose a wage earner from your home, or your major wage earner, from death, from a medical illness. It's inevitable that it could happen to a lot of us. Please do not let a bankruptcy completely devastate you. Let's just get in front of what we can do to get those credit scores back where they need to go. Make sure we've set you up to be able to purchase a home. If you're facing bankruptcy, don't think it's too embarrassing to call a mortgage company. No, if you're facing a bankruptcy and homeownership is a goal within a 1 to 2 year window of time, actually a 2 year window of time, then we need to make sure that we're touching bases at least 1 year into that, so that we can spend that second year, from year 1 to year 2, getting ready to go. Credit scores, establishing credit, making sure payments were made on time, making sure that you've got savings getting built up. Bankruptcies, end result, they're not deal killer. They definitely are an option for you to be able to buy a home later. We just have to set you up for success. Reach out to us before you get too far into that process.